Well, I was planning on starting this early, but Streamlabs had some other ideas. I don't know what was going on with the software, but I was trying to edit a scene and it didn't want to do it, and the mouse was clicking all weird, so I had to restart. And now we are live. So it's gonna be about 10 minutes before we get the release. So once that comes out, we'll be installing that. I've got my phone and my iPad here, as well as the iPhone SE. So we've got all the devices here to do the beta on. iPad OS, a non-Apple Intelligence phone here, and then my iPhone 16 Pro Max. Make sure the iPad is somewhat charged. 98%. I forgot I charged it. So yep, we are good to go. A little dirty there, but once everything is out, we will be ready to go there. So kind of got a glare from that light, but I can't turn that light off because then we won't have any light. So we're just waiting on Apple to release the betas, and we will be installing everything. So we're gonna head over here. We'll look at check out Mac Rumors real quick and just see what they have to say. That is not the right screen. Why did it do that? Please hold. It should be capturing the right screen, not the left screen, but apparently it is doing what it wants to. So we're just going to change that to, there we go. Nothing on anything being released yet. Again, it doesn't usually come out till like 1 o'clock or a little bit after 1 o'clock, so we're gonna have to wait a little bit. But I actually switched. I'm actually using my Z Fold 6 right now because iOS 18 has some pretty crappy battery life in the beta. So I'm actually, this is my iPhone right here. I took the SIM, well, I didn't take the SIM out, it's eSIM, but I moved my SIM from my iPhone to the Z Fold 6 again, and I've been using that since Thursday or Friday. So plan on using that here for a little bit, just until the beta doesn't suck. But this is the release candidate, so hopefully here we get the battery life fixes that we've been waiting on, because it really does, the battery is just draining so very quickly, especially when you're using different apps and stuff like that. It's just not holding that charge like it used to. And I didn't really have that issue on iOS 18 with the 15 Pro Max as bad, but the 16 Pro Max seems to be a little bit worse than what I was seeing on my 15 Pro Max. So that's a little bit weird, but other users are reporting the same thing. So hey Preston, how's it going? Yeah, other users are reporting the same thing with the battery life, so I don't know what the deal is there, but we should be, we've already got another 5 minutes, plus or minus whatever time it takes for the beta to actually start showing up on my phone. Usually that doesn't happen right away, so we'll see how long that takes. Usually like 5-10 minutes and it'll start showing up. Different people, it shows up at different times, so we'll see how long it takes. And hopefully it's not too long, but yep. People are starting to pop in here. I scheduled the stream for one that I backed it back to 12:50, just to see we could do a little chat here and talk about the previous beta and stuff like that, I figured. And then I went to start it earlier, and like I said, Streamlabs was not cooperating, so I finally got that to start working again. And I did up the bitrate on this time, so we should be 1080p 60, and we shouldn't have any issues with that this time. I know last time I had the bitrate set too low because I had just reset this up on my Mac Mini to stream from. So that should now be fixed, and we should be good to go on all of that. So yep, we're just waiting on Apple to release the beta here. I'm going to move over here for a second, and actually to take this case off my iPhone. I don't need this. I don't need the OtterBox on here right now. So I'm going to go ahead and take it off, just so we have, you know, can't really have an Apple video with the phone in a big bulky case. I had that. I know I did a video on it. It was the Pelican. What was it called? I want to say Voyager, but I don't think it was. Oh, that was what it was called. Maybe it was. But my Pelican case broke right around the camera control button. They had the little cutout on there, and it cracked. Like, this is an OtterBox, but it's a little bit different. The Pelican, I think, had one on the top, if I remember correctly, and it just like literally like snapped in half, and it wouldn't go on the phone anymore. So I went to send it back to Amazon, and I had a USPS package pickup on the porch, and I had that one on the porch. Now that one was for UPS, and it clearly had a UPS ground label on it. And the mail lady picked it up, and I haven't seen it since. So they didn't give it to UPS, I don't think, because there's no tracking on it, and they didn't bring it back to me. So I don't know where it is now. So I guess I'm not getting my money back for that, but whatever. I'll figure that out later. I didn't realize it until I checked my Ring doorbell, and I was like, oh crap, she picked up both of them, even though one of them was not for the mail. And I like this skin. This is the retro skin from Slick Wraps. There is a Slick Wraps discount in the description if anybody is interested in picking this up. It does come in this tan. It comes in black. You can also get different colors, but the two retro ones come in tan and black. You get a full body skin like this, and you also get just the back skin if you want to do that. They both are included. I put this skin on. I'm not really good at putting on skins. You can see there's a little gap there, and on here the right side went on good, but the left side is a little off. And then the issue I'm having now is there's a little piece here above the camera control button. You can see the adhesive separated from the actual skin, so that kind of just flops around. So if you go to use camera control, that is just like moving around right there. So I might take this one off and put just the back skin on, or I might just take this one off and leave it off for a while. They also have this other skin that I was looking at that is really cool. Flip over to the screen here. Let's see. I really like, I guess I can show you the other colors while we're on here. So yeah, they have the Retro series, which is, they have the tan, which is like the original kind of, old computer tan kind of, case style. And then they have white as well. It didn't change, but they've got white, which looks kind of cool. Black, which my phone is black, so I don't really, know how I feel about that one, because it's just going to be the same color as my phone. You can get the Retro Color series, which you can get a whole bunch of different colors. Oh, I didn't know they had red. I kind of like that. I'm a big fan of red, if anybody wasn't aware. But you get the full skin, which is like what's on my phone now, and then you get the full skin with the sides. The full skin, the split sides are like separate. They're not attached to the case, so you can put them on separately, or you can just put the back on. Which normally I would just put the back on, because like I said, I'm not very good at putting these on. They have a transparent skin. Here it is, the iWrap series. This one is really cool. It's like the speaking cases, but very, very cool. I really like these. I might pick one up. Usually when I buy skins, I buy two, because sometimes I'll screw it up putting one on. So I might buy this one, and I might buy like one of the red ones. This one doesn't say whether it comes with two or not. I think the iWrap is just the full wrap. There is no back piece, or there is no separate sides, which kind of sucks because I like putting them on either separately or not putting them on at all, just because, like I said, I'm not very good at putting them on. But we'll see. I like the skin, like I said. No quality issues with the skin or anything like that. It's just I suck at putting them on. And I kind of did this in a hurry. But other than that, it's a good skin, and I like it. All right, it is 1 o'clock. So I do have my Discord server set up with alerts for updates and stuff like that. So we should hopefully get some notifications here shortly that the release candidate is out. Because there is always the chance that we could have to wait until next week. But all the rumors said that iOS is releasing next week. So let's see. Haven't gotten anything yet that they pushed anything, so we'll see. Just waiting. They also make this skin, by the way. Sorry, I'm all over the place. They do make this skin, by the way, for the iPad, but it's like, I want to say $40, $50. I wasn't going to spend that much money on a skin, especially since I suck at putting them on. If I was really good at putting them on and I could make it look nice and last, then I'd do it. But just the way I put skins on, it's not worth it. So as soon as we start hearing some stuff here, we will be installing the beta. Let me check X here and see if anybody's posting anything about betas being released. I don't see anything yet. Like I said, they usually drop between like 1 and 1:15 is when we'll start hearing about it. But the rumors are all saying that we should be getting iOS 18.1 public on the 28th, which is a week from today. So we should be seeing the release candidate today if that is the case. Let's see. We should be getting the AirPods Pro hearing aid and hearing test stuff in 18.1 as well. It's not in the current beta, so hopefully that will come out here in 18.1 RC once we get that today, hopefully. And if you guys aren't already subscribed, make sure you click that subscribe button. I'm going to be doing these streams pretty much regularly on the updates when they come out. We should be having some larger updates here coming soon with 18.2 and Apple Intelligence. All these, 18.1 stuff, we're towards the end of that, so there's not too much new here. It's mainly just bug fixes and getting it ready for the public release. Let's see. I thought that was a Discord notification, but it was not. Let's check over on Mac Rumors again here and see. Nothing on there yet about any kind of release. So hopefully we get it today, and hopefully it comes out now and not like some random time like 4 o'clock or something like that. Normally it's right about now though, so we shouldn't have any issues, but you never know with Apple. Hey Paul, how's it going? We're still waiting on it to come out. I haven't seen anything pop up yet. Yeah, no, I mean it might not come today, but it should because we're everybody's saying we're gonna get all the rumors are saying that we're gonna get 18.1 released on the 28th. So it should be if that's the case. If we don't see the beta today, it is out. Okay, so it is out. I haven't gotten any notifications on my oh nope, I just started getting them. There it is. Let's see. Yep, iOS 7. Oh no, that's okay. Yep, iPadOS 18.1 release candidate. And then iPadOS 17.7.1 is also out. And then obviously iOS 18. So we'll check here and see if we have any. See if it shows up yet. Turn on dark mode, make that a little bit easier to see. I guess we can do this one as well. All right, 18.1. So we're gonna go ahead and hit update now on this one. The SE is being a little grumpy here. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Didn't want to check for the update. Yep, it is available. It just came out right now. I'm going to go ahead and update the stream title to released. I didn't want to have it say that and then it not come out. Yep, I'm installing them both right now on the, this is the 2nd gen iPhone SE, so the 2020, the non-5G one. And then we have the iPhone 16 Pro Max, and then my iPad Pro M4 under there, which we'll get to in a second. Here we go on this one. Now the iPhone, I actually got a new battery for this iPhone, but the mail, it got to my state and then went back to Pennsylvania, so I don't know what they're doing with it, but I have a third-party just Amazon battery in there right now, and I'm actually going to put another Apple battery in that's supposed to be new from another iPhone, and see if we can still pair that part, even though this phone is not part of the iPhone, the Apple self-service program. You can't buy parts for it or anything from Apple like you can the 3rd gen. We're going to see if you can still pair the parts in iOS 18.1 because you can pair used parts in 18.1 now as long as they're not tied to an Apple ID or like a locked iPhone with Find My On. So we'll see if that works, even though it's not part of the self-repair program. I'm going to put these over here for a second. And let's put them like that. Oop, nope, they're going to do that share thing again, or connect to each other, or whatever they do. I don't know what that does, but going to pop open the iPad here. I don't know how well you'll be able to see this. We're going to go ahead and go to Settings, General, Software Update. And I don't know if we got a Mac OS. I didn't see that on the list here, but we can check. Mac Rumors hasn't updated with all the stuff coming out yet. Let's see if anybody on X has posted. Usually Zolotech will. Sequoia 15. Okay, yeah, so Sequoia 15.1 release candidate is also out. I can't install that on the stream right now because I'm streaming from my Mac, so if I do that, then we will lose the stream. I know you guys can see the password. It doesn't really matter. It's just my local password for my iPad. you'd have to come get my iPad and use the password to do anything. So it doesn't really matter to me. All right, so that is actually, you know what we can do? I'm gonna take it off the keyboard and put it down, and then you can see it. You know, I didn't realize until I was watching a David DeFranco video on he unboxed his iPad. Sorry, I'm cleaning off the keyboard. He unboxed his iPad, and I didn't realize that this was solid state. It doesn't actually click. If you take the iPad off, it doesn't click. It's haptic. So I didn't really. I probably knew that, but I really didn't pay attention to it because the last one did actually physically click. But just like the Mac, it does not click. So I found that pretty interesting. Where did open settings back up? There we go. All right. So like I said, we're obviously not going to expect anything new in this because this is just the release candidate. We will real quick go over. Let's see. While this installs, we'll go over the release notes for beta 7 because last week when I was streaming, the release notes weren't out yet. Let's see. I'm not going to read every single one of them, but I'm just going to skim through them and see if there's anything interesting. Why would you updating from beta 5 to iOS 18.1 beta 1 is not currently supported? Why would you do that? Why wouldn't it go straight to the new beta? One thing, while I'm reading this, this can't be a bug because it's been like this for like 2 iOS versions now, is the fact that when you have this in standby, like so if I have my phone asleep, right, and it's locked, and I wake it up and I pull this down and I go, wake it up, pull this down, and I go to my controls right here, right, I can control stuff. Like if I want to turn my light on and off, it turns on and off. My phone is still locked. If I go to swipe up, my phone is locked. But in standby, if you go to do that, like through the actual standby, like if you have the widget on standby, I guess I can, let me see if I can do this. I can plug it in real quick as I drop it. Let me see if I can get it to go into standby. Come on. Come on. Maybe. Come on. Alright, here. I'm going to prop it up here for a second so it goes into standby. You can't see it right now. Okay. It's in standby right now, right? I'm going to move it so slightly. Okay. So it's in standby. I can't turn it all the way because it's going to go out of standby. But if I go to hit a control, like if I want to turn my bedroom light on, it makes me go to unlock it. But if I swipe up here and I go to control center, I can turn my light on without unlocking it. Why do I have to unlock it to use this widget? Like I don't understand. Like why do I have to unlock it to use the widget, but I can swipe down and use control center and not have to unlock it? I don't want to have to, like if I'm laying in bed and I want to reach over and use the widget on standby to turn a light on or off or to turn my AC up or down, I don't want to have to unlock my phone because then I have to like get up in bed and like look at the phone or I have to enter the passcode. So I don't understand why that doesn't just make sense to me. It was like that in iOS 17 too. It had been like that the whole time ever since standby came out, and I thought that it was a standby bug when standby was new, and it turns out it's not. That's how they intended it to work. Maybe so somebody can't just come by and like tap something, but like they can still swipe down on the screen or go to your lock screen and do it. So I don't understand that, and I really wish they had like maybe an option. Because you can turn off, in settings, you can turn off home control. Like if you go to Face ID and passcode, you can turn off, you can turn off home control. So you can't control home stuff with your phone locked. But I have it turned on. But on the standby screen, I can't. If it's on the standby screen, I can't do that. So that's just, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. And apparently, I don't. Where'd the update go? Is that still downloading? It's taking a hot minute. All right, it's preparing the update. So that's preparing the update. The iPad is still downloading. The SE is, it says 41 minutes. I don't know what it's doing. It doesn't say whether it's downloading or preparing the update, but it's, oh no, now it says 37 seconds. Okay, it doesn't know what it's doing either. So that, yeah, I don't know. That kind of annoys me with the standby thing. All right, let me just clear all these notifications from stuff being released. There we go. We'll have to see how the battery life is on this one. Hopefully battery life is improved in this, but let me go back to the release notes. I didn't finish reading those because I got off on that tangent about these release notes are super short, so I guess I did finish reading them. There's not much in here. Okay. Well, there wasn't anything else to read. I went to scroll down and there was nothing there, so. All right. So it is this one does take a little bit longer because this is the full build it has to install. It's not just like an incremental update. It does reinstall basically all of iOS. So it's like 6 gigs. Sorry if you guys can hear me chewing. I'm snacking while I do this. If you guys want to try this early, this is the release that we're going to get next week. So this is the same build that we will see when iOS 18.1 comes out to the public next week. So if you install this, you're not really downloading it. You're not really installing the beta. Why is this so blurry? Come on, focus. There we go. have to put my other camera on the focus mode because I use the cam link, so it goes through the camera's HDMI. So I have it on this regular like zone autofocus. It keeps that square in the middle, so I have to put it on the tracking thing, and sometimes it kind of goes a little crazy. Seventeen point 17 or sorry, 7.17 gigabytes. Yep, sounds about right. I didn't look exactly what this one was. I just remember the last one being like 6 point something, 6.7, something like that. So this one will take a little bit longer to install. What are your thoughts on the iPhone 11 Pro Max in 2024? Because I'm thinking of upgrading for my new iPhone XR. I mean, if you're coming from an XR, I would upgrade more than an iPhone 11. You're not really going too far from an 11 to from an XR to an 11. And if you check my Bo's, I don't know how to pronounce your username there because it's not an actual name, but Bo, if you check my link or my description, there is a link to a website called Plug Tech. They have some pre-owned iPhones that are like really, really good condition. I've gotten a Fold from there before. And the Apple accessories that I use with my Mac Mini actually came from there. Check that link out. You get $10 off an order of $99 or more, and they have a bunch of different iPhones on there. They have anything from the 11 all the way up to the 15. So you can find something pretty good price on there. And like I said, they're really good condition. They have a 1-year warranty. I'm not sponsored by them. I do get a little percentage from that link, but there's no relation between me and the company. It's just under $400 here. While we wait on this, we can go over to Plug. Let's see. Pop it up on screen here. Let's see what they have. Let's go. Can we go by price? Yep. Let's see. You said we'll do 400 the max. We want iPhone only too. I guess we can just leave it like that, huh? Let's see, iPhone 12. We've got iPhone 12s for $279. 13. Let's see if we can get what this condition is. So, on Plug, anybody interested here? On Plug, these conditions right here, eco-friendly is going to be kind of some scratches and stuff like that. Good might be a scratch or two, and then excellent is going to be like brand new. You can get this one for $439. Like I said, if you use the link in the description, you get $10 off. iPhone 12. They don't have. We can go to black, and they probably have that one in. They don't have that one in excellent condition, but they do have that one in good condition for $299. Not a bad deal. All these phones are unlocked, by the way, unless it says otherwise in the title. Let's see, those are 11s. We have I think the 12 is the one that was, only in good condition right now. But, I mean, good condition is not bad. iPhone 12 for $299. Again, you can $10 off if you use that link in the description. They do have, if you still want an iPhone 11, they do have iPhone 11s on here as well for $239, excellent condition, so you can get that. They've got a couple of storage sizes, all the different colors here. 5 Plus or 16, which... Are you talking about the 15 Plus? Is that what you meant? $12 Pro, 128 gigabyte. Let's see, we can go, hold on, I can pull up a 12 Pro. Actually, we'll just, oop. I was like, where the hell did the search thing go? Yep, they do have 12 Pro in good condition for $389. That's not bad at all. 15 Plus or 16. Which one is good for? I don't know which one's good for you because I don't know exactly what what you want to do with it. But I mean, they're both good phones. The only advantage between the 15 Plus and the 16 that you're going to get is going to be on the 15 Plus, you're not going to get Apple Intelligence, you're not going to get the camera control button, and you're not going to get the action button. But with the 16, you will get the action button, Apple Intelligence, and the camera control button. So there are quite a few things if you go up to the 16 there that you'll get. And just for you, I'll show you on here. They do have a couple 15 series devices. You can get the iPhone 15 on here from $649, or if you wanted to go up to like you said, the Plus, or you might be able to get like a Pro Max or a Mac or a Pro, and you would get a couple of those features at least, like the Apple Intelligence, with 2 hours of battery life. Yeah. So Plug does guarantee 80% or higher battery health. Anything I've gotten from there has been like 100% health though, so I wouldn't really worry too much about that. But if you HZ, if you wanted to get something like this, I would maybe recommend looking at something like this and getting a 15 Pro. If you wanted to kind of like, you're in that price range, because this is about the same price range as what a regular 16 would run you. Anything rumored to be new? I don't think there's anything new in the RC. We'll find out here in a minute. My devices are currently restarting right now, so when they come back up, we'll take a look. But I don't think there's going to be anything new, just because it's the release, so they're not going to add stuff that might be buggy and stuff like that. But HC, yeah, I would check the link in the description and look at maybe a 15 Pro or a 15 Pro Max. Coming from an iPhone SE 2020, I've actually got an iPhone SE 2020 right here that we're installing the beta on. If you want to stay with that same size, they plug, like we're looking at here, they do sell the iPhone SE 2022 at a good price, $200, and I think that was, yeah, that's $239 for excellent condition. But they do sell the iPhone SE 2022, so if you want a little bit of an upgrade, why are you so curious about toothpaste? Who asked what toothpaste I use? Rebello, I don't know what that is. Oh, Jet 64. Well, I use Crest for whatever reason you want to know, but okay. Is the RC version safe to install? I would say yes, because it's what they're going to release next week to the public, so it should be pretty stable. As stable as you're going to get next week if you wait to update until it comes out to everybody. Rebello is a refurbished site. I don't know. I mean, I'm only telling you about Plug like this. Like, I'm not, like I said, they're not sponsoring me. I do get a little bit if you use that link. But I've bought from Plug in the past. I bought a Fold from there, and I bought some Apple accessories from there. So I have had no issues either time. They ship UPS second day air for free. So 2-day shipping, and that's why I recommend them, because I've had good experience with them. So their devices seem to be very clean, very good condition, and they ship them fast. So these are not refurbished devices. There was nothing wrong with them. They weren't repaired. They are pre-owned devices that were inspected and cleaned. So there's a little bit of a difference there. You don't care about size. You want to know what to upgrade to. I mean, what's your price range? Because I mean, I could tell you. I mean, if I was going to upgrade, I'm going to upgrade to what's the newest. But if you have a budget, then if you let me know your budget, I can kind of give you something to work with there. Let's see. iPhone's coming back on. I think the iPad. Yeah, the iPad's done. No, it's just restarting. Never mind. Let's see what the SE is doing here. SE is still preparing the update. So. Yeah, Jet, let me know what your budget is, and I can show you what they have in that price range. 300 to 400. I mean, for that, you're probably looking at like an iPhone 11. I mean, you're not going to be able to get much more than an 11 or maybe like a 12 Pro. Yeah, I mean, you can get like a 12 Pro, 369. I think the Pacific Blue is out of stock. Pro Max. You're looking about five. I wouldn't get eco-friendly condition. I would probably stick to good or excellent. Probably about $479. Yeah, and you can look at a 12 mini or 13 mini. The only thing about I wouldn't get a 12 mini. The battery life on the 12 mini is pretty bad. The 13 mini is not great, but it's better. I actually bought I bought an iPhone 13 mini refurbished from Amazon. But I've actually been looking at maybe getting a 13 mini from here just to have a small little iPhone or an SE. But they do have the 13 mini. Again, that's going to be in the $300 to $400 range, depending on condition. You can get $389. Let's see. I don't think they don't have any black ones, but they have blue. I like the green one. I like how the kind of like olive navy military green on here, but they don't have any of those either, unless you get a 256, which is $419, so not bad. The 13 mini, Apple's not going to end support for that until they end support for like the regular 13s and stuff. It's not just going to be the mini by itself. They're going to end support for like the 12 and the 11 and 12 before they end support for the 13 mini. But I mean, if you're looking for, I mean, you're coming from an SE, so you're not really, it's not like you're coming from a Pro or anything like that. But yeah, I would say you can get a 13 mini in that price range. You can probably get an iPhone. I wouldn't get like an 11 or 12 because they're not going to have as much support left in them as something like the iPhone 13. You can get, you can get a regular iPhone 13 a little bit bigger. Is it downloaded? No, it's still downloading. My devices are still restarting. You can get a little bit bigger one, which is going to have a bigger battery, a little bit better battery life. That'll run you about $439. Again, link in the description gets you $10 off, so you're closer to that $400 budget. Let's go back over to the camera real quick here. iPad again restarting. iPhone just came back on. Battery life and content creation. I mean, 15 Pro Max and 16 Pro Max price difference. Can I buy 15 Pro Max and purchase some accessories? Yeah, I mean, that would be a good thing. You can purchase a 15 Pro Max and accessories. You get a little bit more for that same amount of money if you did that. And the 15 Pro Max is still a great phone. For content creation, I mean, I would say, the iPhone I have to recommend for content creation because of the camera. I just yanked the cord out of the camera almost. If you're still looking at pre-owned, they do have some S23 Ultras on here, but that's going to bump up the price. The cheapest S23 Ultra they have on here is $649, and that's going to be an eco-friendly condition. They do have some regular S23s, S22, stuff like that. But for content creation, I'd probably stick with the iPhone. Let's see. So we have the little splash screen here on my iPhone. We'll go ahead and swipe up. Software update complete. And it's just doing the little analytics thing again. Welcome to iPhone. I don't know if is that new? The little rainbow welcome to iPhone thing. But there we go. Just came back on. Give me 1 sec. I'm going to check for some new stuff. iPad just came back on as well. That's not the splash screen. That's just my wallpaper. The first thing I always check is the Apple Intelligence section to see if there's anything new there. But I don't see anything new there. Let's see. Look at the camera settings real quick and see if there's anything new with camera control. Doesn't appear to be. Oh, I wonder if we got the, let's see. Aren't you supposed to be able to... I don't know. My camera control wasn't very responsive before, but it seems very easy to, it seems very smooth now. So maybe they did a little refinement in that. That's actually really nice. Yeah, it was kind of hard to get it to work reliably before, but it's kind of nice. I'm still looking at the comments. I'm just kind of doing two things at once. Thank you about the voice. 75% battery health in my 13. Can I change or use? You can change the battery. You can do it yourself. Apple does sell those for the 13 on the self-service repair store. Don't really have a full-time job. I'm an editor. I get paid $10 per 30-minute video. So you get paid $20. Any online, if you're doing stuff like that, I would check out, maybe you can sell, there's a website called Fiverr, Fiverr, I think, or Fiverr, one of the two. You can post your services on there for like video editing or photo editing or anything like that. It was kind of like a website where you sold stuff like that for $5, but you can set your own prices. Is Apple Intelligence on iPhone 14? It is not. It is not on any of the 14s. It's 15 Pro and then any of the 16s. And then for iPads and Macs, anything with a M series processor. But yeah, Bo. I would recommend checking out Fiverr. Maybe like Facebook if you want to do like local stuff. Like maybe like do some wedding videography or stuff like that if you're into that. There's a bunch of different things out there where you can do that, but pretty young. I don't think you need an ID for Fiverr. So I would check that out. Like I don't know what their age requirements are. But I know you can kind of set, you can sell like a package. Like you can do like, okay, for every 10 minutes it's going to be $10. And then people can add, like, you can sell like add-ons. So people can add things like, okay, I'm going to add, every additional 10 minutes. So you can sell that on there. And then you deliver everything right on that website. So it's pretty easy to do. I would check. That's probably my best bet. I've used Fiverr before. I don't use it anymore really, but I did do some like beta testing where people could pay and I would download their app and test it and give them feedback and stuff like that. I did that on there. And I've done a couple other things on there, but like I said, it's been a couple years, so I don't really know what their age requirements are and stuff like that. The SE just finished, by the way. But yeah, anybody looking for a new device, like I said, I do recommend Plug. I've bought twice from there so far. 3 different items, and they're all great condition. I'm using 2 of them right now. My keyboard and mouse are both from there. But they sell AirPods, Macs, iPads, Apple Pencils. Second gen Apple Pencil for $60, which is a great deal. Should I get a new phone or get a battery replacement? Mine is at 82% health, or just wait for my battery to die. I mean, 82% is pretty low. I know it doesn't sound low. Pluto guy, what are you talking about for the allow access when locked? Are you talking about the thing I was talking about with the control, whatchamacallit? Because I have allow home control on. All my stuff is on for to allow it, except for accessories, which turns off automatically. Jet, which phone did you have again? I'm looking in the chat. I don't. You were coming from an 11, right? iPhone SE. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't replace. The only reason I would replace the battery in the SE is because I've taken this battery out twice, and this is the SE 2020 as well. You can get these batteries like $20 on Amazon. If you go on eBay though, they sell the Apple batteries for like $20, like $15-20, and I got one that has 0 cycles on it. I'm actually going to be replacing this one here soon in the next couple of days when it comes in. This is very easy to replace the battery in, so if you feel comfortable, you may be able to do it yourself if you're kind of technically inclined. 82% on an SE though is pretty low because the battery's not very big to begin with. So if you're at like 80%, you're not really having, there's not going to be much battery life to be had there. When this one comes back on, I'll show you though. This one has an Amazon battery in it right now, which is supposed to be larger than the stock battery. I don't know whether it is or isn't because I can't tell, but never replaced a battery. Um, it's not too hard to do on an SD. The only hard part is actually once you get the screen off is getting the battery out. They have little pull tabs on there that tend to break, and when those break, you kind of have to like pry the battery out. And obviously, if you bend the battery too much, you can start a fire. So you do want to be careful of that. But if you get the pull tabs to come out, it's not too bad. What camera, not phone, would you recommend? Um, uh, Depends. Like, you can get a GoPro. If you just want something small and versatile, and you can do a bunch of different stuff with it. If you're going to be doing stuff like, I mean, you could check out iFixit, and they have a guide on there that'll kind of walk you through step by step of replacing the battery on the SE. Or you can watch like a video on YouTube and see if it's something you feel comfortable with. When I get the new battery for this one, I'm going to live stream it, so you can watch that too. I'm just waiting on the battery to come in the mail. But this screen, I don't know if you can see right here, this screen's kind of lifted up. When I did, actually no, I can get my whole thumb under there and pry it, but I didn't replace the adhesive on this screen, so it's only held in by the clips and the screws on the bottom. So you can actually see it kind of flexes a little bit up there. So you might want to replace the adhesive, or the screen's going to be kind of weird. Is it worth getting? I mean, I would say it's worth getting a new battery for the SE, because if you do it yourself, it's going to be like $15. Now, if you're going to pay like $100 to get a new battery, I wouldn't do that for a 2020 SE. It's already 4 years old. It wasn't the latest and greatest when it came out. It was based on older hardware anyway. So if you're going to pay like $100 to have somebody else replace the battery, you might as well spend $200 more and get a phone that's a few years newer. It's going to have more support. If you get like a 13, like I was showing on Plug, there you go. There's a couple more years of support right there. Newer battery, bigger battery, better battery life, all that kind of stuff. I'm still looking around on my iPhone. There's nothing really new that I see. Let me see if we have. Check feedback here and see if any of the release notes came out, which they have not. The SE might be like $49 through Apple, yeah. I know it's like $99 for the other phones, but the smaller might be $49. Yeah, the iPhone 11 Pro Max would still have software updates, probably for maybe another year or two. And the OLED display. Now, if you get an iPhone 11 Pro, you're gonna have an older battery in there, so you're not gonna get that 9-hour battery life. Just because if you buy one used, it's gonna have an older battery. If you're in the $300 to $400 price range, though, you can get an iPhone 13 Pro Max for around that price. I would recommend a 13 Pro Max way before. 13 Pro Max is going to be about $600. What was it, a 12 Pro Max that we were looking at before? Let's see. Yeah, the 12 Pro Max, you're in about the $400 range. And a 14, they have a regular 12 Pro. Regular 12 Pro, you're under $400. $389 in good condition. I would recommend 12 or 13 Pro. If you have a 15 Pro, no, I wouldn't upgrade to the 16 Pro. There's not a huge difference other than the camera control button. And if you don't plan on using that much, you're really not going to see much of a difference. $12 Pro Max is about $400 to $500. Yeah, it is. But I mean, you wouldn't have to buy. If you get a 12 Pro Max, again, you're going to get a phone that's a year newer. So you're going to be, that's going to be basically another year of support you're going to have. And you're not going to have to buy another phone as soon. So if you can spend a little extra now, it'll get you a little more in the long run. The public and the developer for this update, probably, because it's going to be the release candidate, so it's going to be the same. Normally, I believe the public beta is usually like an update behind the developer beta. Poco X6. I have never used a device like that. Are you in the U.S.? I'm in the U.S., so I don't know. We don't have like Poco and that kind of stuff. Mainly, we have iPhone, Samsung, Pixels, some Motos. That's gonna be the basic ones we have here. Do I know the actual reason of green screen? Are you talking about the green line that happens? I've never had that issue, and I really don't see that issue happening a lot in the U.S. It seems to be, for whatever reason, seems to be something that happens like in India and places like that. I don't know why, but I've never seen anybody in the U.S. complain about the green line issue. But yeah, anybody looking for you're in India? Yeah, I don't know why that's a common thing with the phones over there. Like I've seen it on OnePlus, I've seen it on Samsung, I see it on iPhones time to time. I've never seen people complain about that here in the U.S. I don't know what causes it. Um, why it would be more common over there than somewhere else, but people claim it's like updates. I don't know how an update could cause a line on the screen, like a physical like screen issue. So I'm not too sure. And for anybody in other countries that I was talking about Plug and you're looking for a new phone, Plug does ship basically worldwide. So you can still use Plug if you want to purchase one of their devices. Indian and us, Indian and US and the whole world. The update is same for everywhere. So yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why that's a thing. Because I've had a few different OnePlus devices, and I've never had an issue with them. The Pixels have pretty good performance. I would stay away from back market. I wouldn't buy a used like I said. If you buy a phone on eBay from somebody, you're not gonna have a warranty. If you buy on back market, you're not gonna have a warranty. I don't know about the other website that you mentioned. When you buy from Plug, you get a 1 year warranty. So you're getting a used device with a warranty. You can also purchase an extended protection plan on there, or accidental protection plan that's automatically registered on the phone. Back market, I mean, just like I said, you're not going to get a warranty. You're going to be just getting a phone used straight from somebody, just a regular seller. With Plug, they're cleaning and testing these devices. They do a thorough test on all of them to make sure everything's working, to make sure the battery health is going to be 80% or greater. And then you get that 1 year warranty, so you have some peace of mind there that you're going to get a good device. Pawn shops, I mean, I guess that just depends on what's in your area. I personally wouldn't go to a pawn shop to buy a phone. I feel like you probably pay more. Pawn shops tend to price things as close to retail as possible, even if they're used. The only other place other than like I would say Plug's a good place to look. eBay, if you get like an eBay refurbished one where you get the guarantee like that. I bought an iPhone 13 mini on Amazon. It was Amazon Renewed. I think it was Amazon Renewed Premium. That one was like never used. I actually think it was a new phone because the battery health was 100% and it didn't have any cycles on the battery. So I think it was probably just going to be a return or something that didn't sell, and it got auctioned off and stuff like that because it looked brand new. There's no scratches on it, stuff like that. So that Amazon's a good one if you get Amazon like Renewed, because Amazon Renewed does have a somewhat of a guarantee. I think Amazon Renewed you can also do you get like a 1 year guarantee to return it as well. So battery life, Yeah, I mean, what we were looking at I would like I said, what we looked at earlier on Plug. I would recommend one of those if you're looking for about $350. I'm just gonna enter 400 because that's kind of a turn on phone. It is on. They're on. Oop, well, the iPad's sleeping, but there's no splash screen on the iPad. We got the little like splash screen on. We got a little splash screen on the 16 Pro Max, but not the other ones. That's kind of weird. They do have right here. Who is? Let's see. It's iPhone 11 Pro Max, 350 in good condition. That's not bad for a 256. Yeah, I'm waiting on the release notes to come out, man, because there's not much new to show. So I'm just waiting to see if they're gonna drop the release notes so we can talk about the bugs and stuff. But yeah, to answer your question, Jet, that's a pretty good deal. The Nothing phone, I had a Nothing phone 2 and I didn't like it. It felt like a cheap Android and the support was really bad. And I am still, I am still looking for any changes on my iPhone right now. But I don't see anything. It does feel to be running a little smoother. I know I said that last week. I know everybody likes to see the animations. Again, this stream is in 60 hertz, so it's not full what the iPhone is actually doing. I don't know, is it me? Do the icons seem to be spaced apart a little farther than they were before? Does anybody else notice that? It just feels like there's more background visible. I don't know. Preston, are you still in here? Did yours update? Do you feel like it looks different? And I'm just going to do a quick app update real quick. I only have 5, but oh no, there's more. It's 27. Woo. Still some developers that need to update their apps for the dark icons, but what is the build number? Let's see. 22B82. B82. And that should be the same across all of them, I think. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so if you're asking about that other, the iPhone, if you buy like a battery on like Amazon that's not official, that's what you get right there. It just says it's an unknown part. It doesn't give you the warning anymore, like plastered everywhere. It doesn't give you the little like a notification thing on the settings icon. And you can also now in iOS 18.1, you do get the maximum capacity. It does show up again. It just gives you a warning that it's not verified because the battery is unverified. So that does work now, which is pretty cool. Saved up for the 14 Pro. I mean, again, the newer the iPhone you buy now, the more support you're going to have down the road. If you buy an older iPhone, you might only get like a year or two of support and iOS updates. If you buy a 14, that's only 2 years old at this point. So you're going to get updates for 4 or so more years, maybe even a little bit longer. Yep, I'm not seeing really anything new on the release candidate here. So like I said, without those release notes being out yet, I can't tell what kind of bugs we have fixed or not fixed. Let's see. Looks like Apple was asking about what condition should you buy on PlugTech? I'd recommend either good or excellent. When I bought my Z Fold 4 on there, I bought it in excellent condition and the phone looked brand new. Eco-friendly is going to be kind of like a little banged up. Is good? Yeah, good is pretty good. Good might have like a scratch or two on it, but they rate their stuff very conservatively. So if they say it's good, it's probably gonna have like maybe like one or two small scratches on it. Eco-friendly, they say, is something that may have like dings and dents or scratches that can be covered by like a case. Good is just gonna be like a scratch or two. Excellent is gonna look like a brand new phone. The Moto Razr 2023. I do have a Moto Razr 2023. It's the Razr Plus. Good phone. Hard to find accessories for though. Good is gonna be like a scratch or two. I wouldn't even say normal wear. It's probably gonna be a little bit less than that. Eco-friendly is gonna be like a device that's been used for a couple years. But good and excellent, you're not going to be able to tell that they were used too much. And that's just cosmetic condition. Everything that they sell is going to be 80% or more on battery health. And it's going to be fully functional. So the condition is just going to be stuff like that. If you get good, there might be like a scratch or two on the screen. Throw a screen protector on there, you won't notice it. Yeah, I would say nothing they sell is bad. They make a bunch of videos on their conditions and stuff, and everything I've ever seen looks really good. And like I said, you can always return it. They do returns. I think it's 30 days. So if you get something and it's a little more banged up, uh, Florian, I did not. I'm reading it now. The iPhone 16 Pro lag issues. I only had really like lag issues on the keyboard, which is supposed to be fixed in the last couple updates. So we'll have to see about that. Jet, I don't know. Usually their stuff is, like I said, usually their stuff's pretty good. If it has like deep scratches, they'd probably be eco-friendly. So if you get something in good condition, you're probably not going to notice it too much. But I've everything I buy from there, I usually just buy in excellent condition because it's usually like $20 more. But like I bought, I mean it's kind of dirty now because I've been using it for like 2 months. But I bought this Apple keyboard, the Touch ID keyboard, that came from Plug, and this actually came in the original Apple box. So it was like not used at all. It came in the original Apple box and it was only missing the lightning cable. This mouse came from Plug. Looks brand new. This one didn't come in the original box. This is actually a light blue mouse. This would have come with a blue iMac. It looks silver on screen, but it is light blue. Keyboard lag went away. Animation lag. I don't really have any animation lag. It does seem quite a bit smoother in this update, though. I mean, like just going through. It may look a little laggy to you because the frame rate on YouTube is only going to be 60 hertz. It's not going to be the ProMotion or anything like the iPhone, but in person, it's looking pretty good. Why the tree? Yeah, that's something the Apple and the mouse. Yeah, the charging port on the bottom. Don't know why they did that, but it's been like that forever. I mean, I don't have to really like charge it that much, so it doesn't really bother me. But you can charge it for like 10 minutes and get like a bunch of usage. I haven't charged the mouse in like a month, and it's 60%. So And this is the mouse I use every day. I mean, at least the keyboard is on the top like normal. Yeah, I reported the keyboard lag, and I got and other people were reporting the same thing. All the issues I've seen are reported. It said that other people have reported them as well. So um, definitely not just something that you're seeing. But I hope the battery life is fixed, because that, like, I can bring my iPhone like from like 100% to like 85% in like 30 minutes if I just sit there and use it, which I think is kind of crazy. Is jailbreaking still a thing? I've never really got into jailbreaking. I did it like on an iPod Touch before. Um, it is, but not really with any of the new phones. I think, I mean, you have to have like older versions of iOS and older iPhones, because all the newer stuff has that all patched, so you can't really do anything. It takes them a while. It takes all the jailbreak creators a while to find like exploits to be able to jailbreak. So, any new phone or any new version of iOS, you can't really do anything with. Is it worth it to jailbreak nowadays? Probably not. Yeah, the only like dust cover I have on my phone is if I have the OtterBox on. I don't really use the USB-C port that much because I always charge with MagSafe. But no, I don't think jailbreaking's worth it anymore. There's a lot of features in iOS that like were part of jailbreaks back in the day, and now they're all built into iOS. So I don't think it's worth it. Can the iPad play Roblox? Probably. I don't play Roblox, but I mean I've seen people play Roblox on the iPad. I guess it just depends on what iPad you have. I'd say anything on the last couple versions of iOS can probably play it. Uh, Probably just a regular standard iPad, like the anything from like 2019 and up. I'd always recommend people still buy iPads and iPhones and stuff that have a couple years of support left, because I wouldn't want to buy something and then not be able to update it the next update. The 12 watt, yeah, I use like a 20-watt charger, or I have my Anchor charger. Jed, I feel like you're asking the same questions at this point. I mean, a weather app. I mean, any iPad can run a weather app. Just get something that supports iOS 18. If it supports iOS 18, you can run every app in the App Store. Or iOS 17. But I wouldn't buy something that like the support's already ended for, because then you're just paying for something that's already outdated. I mean, if your grandma can steal your PC and make YouTube comments, I'm pretty sure your grandma can figure out what iPad can run Facebook. Does the iPhone have a sensor where it detects a bad cable? Uh, Not. I don't know about a bad cable. It'll detect if there's water in the port, though. I haven't seen it say anything about a bad cable, but I have like if the port has water in it and you plug it in, it'll tell you that. Here. Yeah, but it's not going to tell you if the cable's bad, the iPhone's probably just not going to detect it. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I don't have. I've got like Anchor USB-C to C cables. I have the Apple one at my desk. Um, I don't really have. I have some like cheap Amazon no names, but they all work fine. The only cable that doesn't want to charge with my iPhone. Huh. Yeah, that's kind of weird. I mean, I have some like cheap Amazon no names, but I haven't had any issues with those. I don't have any just like really, really, really crappy ones. Um, Even the ones I've gotten that come with like the battery banks or like the no name battery banks and stuff like that, all have ever worked. But I don't use the. I mean, I'll use those like once or twice or in a pinch or something, but I don't ever use those like long term. So I couldn't tell you if they just kind of like die after a while. Um, but they've always worked up front. Which RCS problem were you having? I know there was an issue with RCS with if you switch the SIM, attachments wouldn't send. That was something that was mentioned in beta 7. I don't know if this fixed that or not, but I haven't had any issues with RCS myself. Waiting for if so, turn your RCS is stuck on waiting for activation or your iMessage. I've never seen my RCS like try to activate. As soon as I updated to iOS 18, my RCS was like already on, so I've never seen it say anything about activating. My iMessage has gotten stuck like that though. I would turn RCS off, and then restart your phone, and then turn it back on. That's what I do to fix iMessage when it does that. Any good MacBooks on sale? Um, we can see. They do have some pretty good prices on MacBooks. Like these mid 2020s, $549 aren't bad. Of course, it's an Intel. After using, the M1, M2, M3, M4, I wouldn't recommend an Intel MacBook anymore. But if you're trying to save a little bit of money, I mean, you do you. They do have some M1 Pro MacBook Pros on here though for about $1,200. But these are like the upgraded ones. These are like the M1 Pro with the 1 terabyte of storage. This one is how much RAM? Doesn't say how much memory. This one's got to have more than the base memory though, because it's got the 1 terabyte and the 16 core GPU. So I think that's an upgraded one. But $1,300 for that's not bad. It was a $2,500 computer new. Yeah, that's what I have for it. I have the Anchor 250, the one that has the app and everything. The Anchor Prime. M2 Air's not bad for $749. That's gonna be the newer design with MagSafe and everything. But yeah, I mean, just go to the Plug Tech link in the description and scroll through here and see what you can find. But yeah, I love that charger, the Anchor 250. I know they have some cables now too, that support 250 watts. If you're having trouble with your this one right here, that's what I have. If you're having trouble with your cables, I would try some of the Anchor, the newer Anchor ones too. I don't know what this website is doing. Austria, nice. Nope, your English is good. I'm understanding everything you're saying. Let's see. I want to get one of these. Where'd it go? One of these new docks, because I have a dock for it was for my MacBook, but my Mac Mini's plugged into it right now. But this thing, all the USB-C ports and everything on there, all Power IQ. You've got HDMI, Ethernet, all that kind of stuff on there. Be perfect, but it's $250, so I don't need one right now, so I'm not going to spend $250 on one. Let's see. But this is the new one, the USB-C to C that's does 240 watts. I mean, even the 100-watt ones are pretty good. $11.99 for a 100-watt cable is not bad at all. And it's braided, which I like their braided ones. I think I have a couple of these already. Pretty sure it's that one. Yeah. Is that a little short one? Ooh, I could use, that's a foot. I could use like a 6-inch cable for like power banks and stuff. Which it looks like that one's probably about 6 inches, but it's a Lightning. Oh, no, it's got to be a foot too. I don't know what the difference is. It's got a different end on it, but it's still the 240 watts. Anchor Prime. I guess it's not an Anchor Prime one, but I don't know what the difference would be. It's 3 foot. How long is this one? 3 foot. Are they both the same price? That's not what I clicked on. I don't know why that did that, but okay. Did this just like sell out while I was on the page or something? Because it had the... Okay, I don't know. I think it's $34.99 for the 6 foot. And you get Amazon tech deals. I don't really look for tech deals on Amazon because everything I buy on Amazon is new. And it's just going to be regular price. But Prime Day was last week, so or Prime Week or whatever you want to call it was last week. So they had some good deals with them, but I haven't seen really much of interest this week. Yeah, same Florian. I have let's see. I have I've got this one and I've got this in black. And I had the smaller, this 20,000. But then I actually returned that one. I got the bigger one. I need to buy the dock again, just so I can keep it on my nightstand. But I usually just USB-C charge it and then keep it in my bag until it needs to be charged again. Yep. Yeah, I keep mine in my bag, so if I'm in like the car or something, I don't have to worry about like having a car charger. I can just plug into the power bank, or if I'm out somewhere. Especially with with how the beta's been killing the battery. It's always nice to have the extra power in case you need to charge. It looks like we. Oh, it says that. But yeah, I'm not really seeing back to the 18.1. I'm not really seeing anything new in 18.1 RC. Which, like I said when we started, I wasn't expecting to see anything new because um, it's the RC, so it's going to be what's released to the public. This is basically just a test to make sure there's no major bugs before it comes out to the public next week. So I wasn't expecting to see anything crazy new or anything like that. Yeah, it's probably just the cable then. Like I said, I don't really use any like knockoff no name cables other than, like it'll come like usually those cheap ones that come with stuff I use to charge like power banks and stuff like that, and they really don't care what you plug into them. But we've been live here for how long have we been live here? Where's the time on here? Almost an hour and a half. Like I said, there's not too much new in iOS 18.1 RC. So next week, or maybe not next week, but whenever 18.2 comes out, we'll definitely be doing a video of that because we should get some pretty good updates in 18.2 that we can actually see. So if you're not already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We'll be doing this for all the updates, so we can look for anything new. We also chat along like this about other stuff, do a little Q&A, answer you guys' questions, that kind of stuff. So it's nice to have a little chat and talk about what's new in iOS. RC is release candidate. So RC is just like, release candidate. So it's basically the final version of the beta that they're testing to make sure that it's ready for the actual release. And if there's no major bugs reported in the release candidate, then the release candidate build is the same build that is released to the public the week after. So there won't be any changes or anything next week when it's released to everybody. But thank you guys for watching. Like I said, make sure you subscribe. If anybody's looking for new tech, check out Plug in the description. Like I said, very, very good. I recommend them. I do get a little bit from them when you guys use that link, so it does support the channel. But they are not a sponsor. Everything that I've gotten from them, I've bought myself. So just full disclaimer there. But I do recommend the stuff they sell. It's always in pretty good condition, and I haven't had any issues with it. So for those of you that are looking for the new iPhones, MacBooks, iPads, Plug in the description is the only place I can recommend for all that kind of stuff. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back either next week or the week after, hopefully with 18.2, whenever we get the first beta for that, and we should have some pretty good stuff to look at. Hopefully we'll have some more Apple Intelligence stuff released in 18.2.